People of the internet, I finally have proof that Redbar and his fans purposely go after channels and their videos that speak negatively about Redbar or call him out for the things he does. Now, before I go forward, I know another Redbar video. Look, I'm just as sick of it as you are, but I found this proof and I had to give it out because what happened to me happened to this guy just a month ago. Like a week or two before they came after me. And before him, there was another guy. And I got email messages from so many people saying that they were given copyright strikes or were attempted to. And this is the pattern that Mike David has left for years. So I'm making this video, and I made those other videos with all that proof so that when they come after you, when they harass you, when they make up rumors, when they rewrite your history and try and make it like you're crazy or you're this, that, and the other, no, you're not alone. Know that this is something that somebody else hasn't faced, and know that I stood up to a bully and you can too. Believe in yourself and don't let these bullies come after you. So here I am making this video again, like just polluting my channel with this, the aura of these guys, the energy of these guys is so disgusting and nasty. It just, it makes my whole channel feel gross. It makes me feel gross. Just thinking about Redbar, just, you could feel it inside. Like when you walk into a house and something isn't right, that's the feeling I get with Redbar. So I want to give this information. I want it to stay up so that other people can see who this man really is. So, like I said, I was done with Redbar. I don't look at anything anymore. I don't watch his videos. I've completely just cut anything out that has to do with him because I've been researching and making these videos, and like I said, the feeling is terrible and I no longer want that in my life. But last night I was laying in bed and I was just about to fall asleep, and I scrolled my phone, and there was a fan on my page, and he had a video. And what was really peculiar about this is he doesn't have very many subscribers. I think he just started, and it's tough when you start. You're often making videos to nobody. And so his videos were like, just up, down by a few views, a couple hundred. And then there was this one video that from a month ago that had over 1,000 views. And it just struck out to me because I saw Redbar on the cover and I go, uh-oh, they went after him too. Well, my intuition was right. When you see comments, you see the same people that show up. Some of the people, the person that put in writing that they do this was one of the people that I banned who came after me. And I just noticed a pattern. They try to make you sound like you're crazy. They try to make you out to be a copycat of Redbar, even though nobody knows who this guy is. And these fans are so delusional. They think everyone's trying to be Redbar. And in my mind, I'm not trying to mimic or copy a guy that shits his pants, nor many other things. Anyways, so I looked at the video and then I saw the comment, and liars will always expose themselves. You can only lie for so long and keep your story straight, and they can't. And they've tried to deny the things I said, even though I'm the only one that has provided proof. I'm the only one that showed that Google confirmed it was him. I was the one that showed it was the guy that he used, that he put on the hook, and is now experiencing the consequences of his action, which didn't come from me. And now I can say with 100% that this is what has been happening all throughout the years. If you search Redbar, you notice that videos are taken down. They don't show up anymore. They've been blocked. You notice that all of this. And I want to just ask you one question while you listen to me. And if you go back and watch the other videos, Let's ask you one question. Now, I have provided you with email messages, support messages from Google, pictures, screenshots, everything, and backed up everything and connected all the dots and given you evidence, fact, and I have proven that it is him and he uses other people so he doesn't have to take accountability for his actions. He uses his devoted fans to come after people and then leaves them out to dry. Now, I've provided you with all this evidence. What have they provided you that they didn't do it? I'll wait. What have they provided you? They have provided you nothing but lip service in the form of slander, harassment, doxing people, doxing me, giving me death threats, trying to say all of these things that aren't true and easily proven not true and have never come out of my mouth, but they claim that they have, that they could prove it. They claim that I'm all these things. And if you don't believe me, go look at their Reddit page. I'm the most talked about thing on their Reddit page. They've made up memes. They've made up everything. They've made up their own history of my life because they don't like it when you call out Redbar and you call out who he really is. Now, he'll go like, oh, you're making him look bad. You're ruining. No, you ruined your reputation because everybody has been saying this year after year after year. And this is why you ran off and you never leave your apartment and you're scared and you've burned the bridges with everybody you've ever come in contact with, that you no longer have any friends. And the only people you have left is this small group of devoted fans. And you go, no, Redbar is this legend. He's so huge. He isn't. And you know who knows that? Redbar. He isn't this huge legend. He may have had some success in the past, but Redbar has been falling off for years. And if you don't believe that, then where's his content? He doesn't want to make content. He sees no value in it because Redbar is all about taking advantage of people. And if you want proof, he went live last night. You would think that Redbar fans would go nuts. And even on their Reddit forum, talking about me got more comments, got more attention than him going live. And when he did go live, this guy's been around for 20 years. 20 years. He barely had 100 people and less than 100 people on his stream. Does that sound like a legend? All after 20 years, all you can get is barely 100 people? No, that sounds like a man that's fucked everybody over that he's come in contact with, that has insulted, trashed, belittled, and tried everything under the sun to these people, stolen from them. It's a man that has spent a lifetime as a spoiled little brat. And when he didn't get his way, he went after other people and trying to ruin whatever they had going on or tried to ruin them like they did me. Look at these guys spreading rumors. But you know what? It doesn't matter. I didn't copyright strike them. I didn't go after them like that because you know why? They don't matter. So to explain something, there seems to be this core group, right? There seems to be these core group of loyal, devoted fans to Redbar. And you'd ask, well, why are they so loyal to Redbar? Because these are the rejects of society. They're the rejects of the internet. They're the filth of humanity. And Redbar knows that because he is one of those too. And the thing he does is he gives them importance. He gives them importance because nobody else will. And now, if you're a person that is a reject of society, that is this terrible human being willing to do anything to other people, and nobody wants to be around you, and someone manipulates you and goes, oh, hey, you want to be a part of the Redbar family? You want to, do this for me? And I'll be so grateful. You could be a part of the club, blah, blah, blah. And so he uses that importance to manipulate him. Now, why does he do that? Because maybe Redbar was the one signing the copyright strikes in the past. But, there's consequences with that, like being held accountable. And Mike might have realized that at some point. So why get your hands dirty when there's a bunch of desperate incels willing to do the work for you so that they can be accepted somewhere? Because they just want to be accepted anywhere because nobody else wants them. So he knows that, and he manipulates him and Jules, just like he manipulated Jules. I know, shocker, right? Just like he did that, he manipulates everybody else. You notice he never puts Jules on camera, right? They're married. You notice he never does any of that. He talks down to her. He belittles her. If Jules was any bit of a woman, she would stand up for herself. But it's also understandable that you can't sometimes, I guess. And that you'll just stay there. But anyways, besides that, this is how Redbar operates. And I'm going to show you exactly that. And all these people are just begging for Redbar's acknowledgement, his attention. You can see that if you've ever gone on a Redbar stream. We love you, Redbar. You're so kind. Oh, you look so good. This, that, and the other. And Redbar pretends to be nice. Oftentimes he's not, but he'll pretend to be nice. He'll pretend, but he'll always turn his back on you. So, I just wanted to get that out because I know there's people that have gone through before this. This guy's video, they literally did this 1 to 2 weeks before they came after me. This isn't something from the past. This isn't something from a forum. This is something that happened just a month ago. And Redbar is the same human. Redbar is insecure. He's pathetic. He has no balls because he uses people to do his dirty work. And he has no character at all. He doesn't seek the truth. He only seeks to benefit himself. He is the same guy that when he went to that boarding school and immediately he said, I will play ball. And he beat all those other kids so he could benefit. Instead of standing up for them, instead of saying, no, I'm not going to do this, and taking whatever punishment to stand up for his right, he beat them. And he admits this to himself. This isn't something that's trying to ruin your reputation. This isn't something I've made up. You said this in your own boarding school video. And the words are, you played ball. You played ball with other people's lives. You played ball by hurting others. Just like you do now, you hurt other people. You're the same little man that you've always been. I see you, Michael Ryan David. I see you. And you've always been running. You've always been running. And you've never had the courage to be a real man and stand up for anything but your disgusting little lifestyle. You've stolen from people. You've come at people maliciously. You've tried to hurt them. You've tried to hurt their channels. You tried to take from them. But I see you, Michael Ryan David. I see you. And you run because you're a fucking coward. You should be ashamed of who you are. You should be ashamed of the things you do. And you fucking are the worst human that has been unleashed upon this planet. Now, there are worse humans, but you're the worst type of human. And I see you. I see you for what the fuck you are. You're a fucking coward, and you could not even face me. Now, like I said, Redbar remains quiet. Why? Because he doesn't want to take accountability. And just like his fans, just like I caught them in this action, if he opens his mouth, he will get caught. And he knows he can't face me. because I stand behind the truth. Like I said, where is your evidence? You can say I live with my parents. You can say I live with my dad, who I haven't seen in over 20 years. You can make up everything under the sun. But that's because you're wrong. And that's all you've got. You don't have any evidence. You don't have any proof. You're all fucking cowards. And I know that. And you know who else knows it? You. Now continue to slander me. Continue to do it. You're only pointing people to the truth. You're only pointing people to the videos. And that's why my subscribers continue to go up. Because when they listen to me, and I'm saying the people, not the core fan base, they're all just jerking each other off in their little echo chamber, and they think they're so self-righteous. But once you step out of your BBC cuck group or your Reddit page, nobody fucking believes you. Because the proof is all there. 100% proof is all there. And you have provided nothing but trying to take me down. Now, I'm not scared of bullies. I have dealt with bullies my whole life. And when I finally decided to deal with them no longer, there's never been an issue. And I won't deal with them. I don't care what it costs me. If I lose a job, if someone is mad at me, when you're a bully, you have to be dealt with. So I'm making these videos. I provided you with all this proof because it will happen again. And I want you to know, do not be scared of them. Do not let them run you over. Do not let them intimidate you. Do not let them win. A bully will not win if you stand up. Because deep down inside, a bully is a fucking coward. Just like Michael Ryan David. I see you. I see you. And if you had any balls, you would deal with me like a man, but you don't. You used all these other people, and I'm not saying they're innocent, but they have to pay the consequences for doing your dirty work. They have to pay the consequences because you are insecure. They have to pay the consequences for all the nasty shit you said about people. And if that wasn't true, why did you leave YouTube? Why don't you come fucking stand in the fire with the rest of us? When we criticize comedians, when we go after them, we have to stand there and take it. But you hide behind a paywall because you are a fucking coward. You want to illegally play people's music against DMC copyright. You want to claim, oh, copyright on other people that use my footage and talk negatively about me. But your whole career is based off of watching all those other people's footage. And if that wasn't true, why do you have a TV screen behind you, bud? Now, I feel like I've said what I needed to say, and I hope that if you go through this situation, you will know what to do. Just don't let them win. Here's the video that I was talking about that I came upon last night. It's from Clutch MC22. Go like his page. Go watch his videos. Give him a boost. We should all be trying to help other people out, especially us small creators. We should not let these failures of men with their 100 people that actually watch him and that are actually his devoted fan base, try and ruin it, because Mike has ruined his career, his reputation, and his life. Mike should be left alone. You shouldn't pet animals in cages. You shouldn't pet these nasty, vile creatures that will just bite your hand. Mike's career is dying along, not going to say it. And just leave him alone. Like, don't give this guy a second of your attention. He's a worthless sack of shit. And he treats people like they're all worthless sacks of shit. He doesn't respect you, nor does he respect what he does to you. I'm not going to watch the video because they're waiting for me to play any of this creep's fucking footage so that they can come after me again. And I'm not. Who wants to watch this guy? Who wants to watch this guy? Look at him. He can't even grow out a beard on his face. And supposedly, all us beard wearers are all copying Mike. We all want to copy Mike, even though we don't even know about him. And after 20 years, he's a total failure. Sure. Now, I enlarged the screen so you can actually read the text. This is a person that was on my page, came after me, no longer on my page. They say the same things. You notice they all say the same things. They try to discredit you. You're copying Redbar. You're a wannabe. You're a fan that got mad. No, we're not. We're a person that looked at this guy and realized him to be the fucking schmuck that he is. And see it all, and it's your audio. It's your audio. Oh, who hasn't heard that one before? Oh, little play bar. See, we're all trying to copy a guy that's completely irrelevant, except to his echo chamber. I like the response. I hate you. Yeah. Oh, see, there's the call out to the Yeezy because Redbar made a shit cover that they all like. Oh, but please, can we get an audio recording of that cover and put it on Spotify and all? Oh my gosh, they are just trying to get any attention they can because the only person that will give these nasty human beings any kind of attention, even though it's fake or to benefit him, is a nasty human being and his nasty ass fucking wife. The audio, they distract. Don't acknowledge the content. We want to distract from it. Let me go here. Where's the first one? So the first one is here. I never thought it was humanly possible to create and post a video this bad. Honestly, never knew that this level of bad even existed. Does this sound familiar to my page? You may not see the comments because I don't even let them have space. And they cry about it, but guess what? They do the exact same thing. They do the exact same thing. And if it wasn't true, why's my Reddit account banned? I don't know. And why did they brag about it? Why did they brag about it on their page? Just go read the comments. They brag about banning my Reddit account, but then they cry. They come after content creators. They run their mouths. They talk all this shit. But the moment you stand up for themselves, it's, oh, poor me, poor me, poor me. Don't fucking buy it. Now, Clutch says, you're not going to do anything about it because you are nothing. Great comment. They are nothing. That's why nobody watches him. And then this guy, Los Feliz used to be hip. Guy was also on my page and came after me. No longer. He is gone too. But he says, no, you're about to have nothing after we, not I, we strike you down. Hope you saved your videos. Can you see why liars are so dumb? Because they always expose themselves. The truth doesn't change. The truth holds up today, and it holds up 20 years from now, and it'll hold up in the history books 100, 200 years from now. The truth doesn't, you don't need to remember what you said or get your facts straight or remember your story, because the truth upholds itself every single time. And when you're a liar, you can't keep your story straight. You can't tell the truth. So eventually, after enough time, or even in a short amount of time, you will be caught. So he says right there, threatens him with a strike. You said Redbar fans didn't do that. You said they didn't do that, but they do. Now, I just want you to look at this guy here. Now, if you doubted me and you said I was lying about these people being disgusting, horrible to look at, dirty, rotten scum, What an attractive man that is. What a winner. You know, the ladies are just clawing their way towards him, trying to be with him. This is what we're dealing with. You know, they will say, you live at your parents' house? Okay. Okay. And this guy doesn't? Do you really believe these things, that I live at my parents' house? Do you really believe these things when it's this guy right here saying it? This disgusting looking human being. Like, he literally, what was that deputy dog? He literally, you could see, he literally has those little droopy cheeks like deputy dog from those old cartoons. You know, he was real slow and he talked like this. Look at this man. What a fucking loser. Now, we now have proof. I know this guy is a Redbar fan because he came after me for Redbar. Now, he says that you see the typical things then the Redbar fans, and he puts it in writing. But he doesn't just do this once. He now threatens him again in this comment from him. And he edited it. So this guy was stupid enough to post this in the first place, and he came back and he edited it, and he left up there the trail of breadcrumbs for me to find. He gave us the proof. Look, they deny any of this is true. And you catch them with their own words, just like all of those allegations against Mike David. You caught him with his own words too. Mike will be like, you're making this guy look bad. How dare you, blah, blah. And Mike is watching. You say, oh, Redbar's not watching. Then why did he send me an email message? You know, I found it very curious that the guy that had nothing to do with the copyright strike commented on my copyright strike post literally minutes after it went up. And how would you do that if you didn't fucking know? And if you weren't watching, why were you on my page at that exact time? Why? Because it was you, and you use guys like this to do your dirty work. Because he didn't say I, he said we. It's the same group. And if you went and you saw what these guys talked about, they all kind of know each other. If you ever been in it, when I played Guild Wars 2, it was the same kind of thing. It was this really creepy fucking group of people, and they all knew each other, and they would act like they didn't. But when things like, I didn't have something like this happen, but when people would say things against them, all of a sudden they would all band together, and people you thought were your friends, people that thought you could trust, or people that thought were your fans or whatever, no, they were pretending the whole time because their loyalty is to Mike David. That's who it is too, because Mike is the only person that has ever made any of them feel important, and it's fake importance. Because if you look throughout Mike's whole life, he's only looking to benefit himself. And if you want to look somewhere because you don't believe me, just look at his marriage. Look at how he treats Jules. Just watch an episode. You'll always see him get mad at Jules, talk down to her, hide her on camera. You know, why do you hide her on camera? Either you're just a complete sociopath, or you're jealous that other men will see her and go after her. I mean, it probably won't be that hard to convince Jules to cheat on you. Oh, I shouldn't say that. Now, continuing on, it says, delete this poor upload or be great English. You know, all these people want to be grammar. You know, I try to say people write these things when they're writing it out. They're writing it with passion, or they're just writing it, or they don't make a mistake. But since Redbar fans want to be such grammar perfectionists, there it is. And I like Clutch's attitude here. No, I'm not going to delete anything, and you're not going to do anything about it. How does that? This is great. And it says, look at this. What kind of demented ass shit is this? You have 24 hours. You have 24 hours. Isn't that crazy? You see how they all go and they like each other's comments and they all go after each other. They say, I create accounts so I can comment on my video. Tell me how almost 7,000 people are just my accounts and I'm making those. How I would not have time enough in the day. Go look at my videos. There's tons of comments and you're trying to tell me that all of those people, you're bullshitting. You know what? Whatever they're saying about me is who they really are, because they're only speaking the truth about themselves, not me. So here we have a threat. We have it in writing that they do this. We have it in writing that this is their MO. I have email after email of people sending me this stuff. Even his own people know he's disgusting because they ratted on him. So many people ratted on Mike David because while you guys in your echo chamber call him a legend, call him this great dude, everybody fucking hates him. It's just waiting for him to burn, to face justice. And I would like to say to you too, comedy channels that reference him, that are too scared to speak up about him, that look up to him, fuck you. What's wrong with you? The way he's coming after me with the copyright strike is a threat to you too. Because if I can't do that and these fucking cowards can do this to you, you're next. Because I seen you get trashed on his show Podcast Cringe. I seen you get trashed on his show Comedy Enforcement. And I've seen all you other comedians, which, to give the comedians some credit, they all say he's a piece of shit and they don't care about him. Nobody does. This is what it is. And I'm not saying I'm important and I'm some super YouTuber, because I'm not. But these people don't care about you, Michael Ryan David. They don't care about you. They do not fucking care about you. And they all want to see you fail because you're a nasty fucking human being. Now, I just don't want to talk about this guy anymore because he is disgusting and a horrible human being. And he just, even if you're not involved with it, just saying his name brings a certain nasty energy that you feel like you got to get in the shower and scrub yourself off because you feel filthy after dealing with this man. And so I want to say thank you again for being patient with me and allowing me to do this. I know that I've kind of gone after this, but you have to understand how frustrating it is. I don't care what these guys say about me. I don't care about this. All they did is they made me pay a price with that copy strike. They hurt my channel, and it's going to take time to recover from this, which is fine, because they'll never recover from being these cowardly pieces of shit that they are. And if any of you Redbar fans want to be real men, then face me head on. Don't hide in your echo chamber where you don't have to face the public. Because all of this shit, all of these videos, even though you've taken down a lot of them and you've hurt channels and you've scared people, there's so much stuff out there about you. And if it wasn't true, then why is it all out there? And you know what? I was doxxed. You got my information. Did you find that about me? Did you even find me on the internet? No, because I don't treat people like that. And it says everything about person when people from 20 years ago 15 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago. And in this case, this guy, look at this comment. Oh yeah, this one's from 3 weeks ago. The same fucking time they did it to me. So they were doing it multiple times. Anyways, they all say the same thing about you, Mr. David. They all say the same thing about you, from your business partners to your family, to your ex-friends, to people that like to use you. And I'm not an ex-fan. I always thought you fucking sucked. I may have just, oh, I won't say that either. So I want to thank you. And I'm actually seeing a little bit of a silver lining in this because, you know, I love to do stories every day. It's just fun. It's so much fun to hear your opinions, to see what you have to say, to talk about these comments or this content in a funny way. You know, I like doing it. But the comedy thing is kind of drying up. I think it's like you can only make so many videos saying Bert Kreischer is an alcoholic, and this is the end. Bert Kreischer has finally done it. It's over for Bert. Joe Rogan sucks at comedy. I've done more than enough videos on that, and I will continue, but the rate that I like to do videos, it's just not possible. So what I'm going to do is continue to cover comedy, but I'm going to continue everything. I fell in love with photography in the streets. I think the highest form of photographer is two things: a photojournalist and a street photographer. I think nothing is as compelling as those types of photography. So I'm going to go to the street. I'm going to go to the city where I was raised. I'm going to show you the crime, how bad things are. I'm going to talk to people. I'm going to hear people's stories. I'm just going to be who I am, and I'm going to show you what I love. And I think you deserve that. I can't give you half-ass content. I can't give you content that I'm uninterested in, because you know that. I love looking at the comedy scene, but it's like beating a dead horse at this time. And there will be things to talk about in the future. And I'll do a video today because there's something really interesting that I found today. But I just can't keep that up on a daily basis. I can't do it. But I want to, I want to give you the best, because you supporting me is really fucking awesome. I'm not worthy of your support. I'm a flawed human that's made a lot of mistakes. I've done good things too, but I just don't see myself as somebody that, you know, should get any attention. And the fact that you're giving me attention, you view my videos, you comment, you share them with other people, I think you deserve that. And why I made this video and why I made all those other videos with proof is because you've taken the time to hit the subscribe button. And so I need to hold myself to a standard, and I need to stand up for the truth. I need to show you what actually happened. I need to show you that I take my character, and I'm not saying I'm some super moral guy or that I have super morals, but I've always wanted to stand up for the truth, and especially for the ordinary, everyday people, especially for them. Because most of the time, I'm an ordinary person, like in my situation, we have to pay the price for these other people's lies, for our managers, the company owners, our family members, our government leaders, our politicians. We have to pay the price for their lies. We have to get lower wages because they want to make more money and exploit everybody. We get sent to fucking war because they are greedy and they want to make money and they want to conquer their enemies. We have to do that. We have to pull the trigger for their conquests. And so I want to do this, because if I didn't stand up, I'm not standing up for you. And I just can't do that. If there's anything I'm good at is standing up. And as far as you Red Bar fans, who the fuck cares what you say? Everything's easily disproven, no matter how much you try to claim it's true. I know you're making it up, and I could go through and disprove everything. But you know what? You're not worth my fucking time. You're worth a man like Mike David's time. And that's why he doesn't make you content, because there's not many of you left, and it's not worth his time. You're not even worth his time. But you still pay him. You still simp for him. And you still do his dirty work and have to pay the consequences. So you'll see new things coming. I want to give that to you because you deserve it. You know, and I want to say that since September to now, I've gotten 7,000 subs. Almost 7,000 subs. I'm just shy of it. And I can't believe that. And I did it with no help. I'm saying you helped me, right? But I didn't ask for any favors. My family didn't even know about this page. They still don't know about this page. I didn't tell my friends. I did this, and I wanted to do it on my own and prove to myself that I could do it. And with your help through subscriptions, you've done it. So the channel is going to the next level. I don't have a trust fund or parents that will buy me a nice studio, but you know, if you got to have a nice studio for your unpopular show, obviously you're compensating for something. I will just be an ordinary guy. I won't try to be flashy. I'll be in my game room. This is my game room, by the way, if you didn't know this, in my house that I pay for proudly because I'm a working man. I'm an ordinary working man, and an ordinary working man pays with his time so he can pay his bills. So this is one of two game rooms. My girlfriend's game room is right behind that. She has her own thing. She actually has a lazy boy, which I'm kind of jealous of because you can't really sleep in that chair. You can't really sleep. That's a chair that I've had for a long time. I got it at Cost Plus. Isn't that crazy? And somehow that chair hasn't left me, so I keep it. So welcome to my studio, which is my game room. And I hope you look forward to the content to come. And I hope it's okay that I talk about things outside of comedy, because I would love to share with you my perspective, and hopefully you can share with me your perspective. And now I'd also like to say I'm sorry to the people that may have gotten caught in the crossfire in this, and mainly, well, the only thing I mean by this crossfire, because I didn't put anybody else in this business of mine. I stood up for it by myself and fought it by myself, which you fans supported me, but I didn't get anyone else involved in this. But the people that did get caught in the crossfire are in the comments. You may have gotten banned unreasonably, or when I thought you were a Red Bar fan, and I do apologize. You can message me or something and we could figure it out. But just so you know, I don't delete anybody but Red Bar fans. Outside of getting caught in the crossfire, I don't delete anybody but Red Bar fans. You're allowed to express your opinion. You're allowed to not agree with me. But these people have been flooding my page for 6 months now, and they've been super flooding my page for the last 3 weeks. And I do not want those people here. I do not want them on my page. I don't want their energy, because if you allow that energy in, just a little drop starts to pollute the whole, and I won't have it. I want nothing to do with these people. I've never met such scum in my life, and I want nothing to do with them. So again, thank you. Sorry if you got caught in the crossfire, but new things are coming, and this is laid to rest. I want nothing to do with this man. I won't mention him. If you mention him, you know what happens. We're not putting this energy on my page. We stand up to bullies. We stand up for the truth, and we don't let cowards have a voice. We do not. because they're not real men. They're not real people. They're not anything. Just like old Clutch MC said, you are nothing. And that is exactly who Redbar is. He is exactly nothing. So Redbar, goodbye. You have been irrelevant and you will continue to be irrelevant because nobody cares about a man that is selfish and goes after other people like a fucking coward. You, my friend, are nothing. You are nothing, Michael Ryan David. Goodbye. Know you like to bang, you don't stay.